Oh, hello, great readers. I'm Belchan.
I'm Nimikung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you a part of Ulysses.
As.
Ulysses. James Joyce. Chap. 6th section. Hoping you're well and not in hell. Nice change of air. Out of the frying pan of life into the fire of purgatory. Does he ever think of the hole waiting for himself? They say you do when you shiver in the sun. Someone walking over it. Cowboy's warning. Near you. Mine over there towards Bingla's. The pot I bought. Anna. Pa Mama. And little Reddy. Buffing. Mr. Bloom turned away his face. And if he was alive all the time? Phew. By Jingo. That would be awful. Well. No. He is dead. Of course. Of course he is dead. Monday he died. Electric clock or a telephone in the coughing and some kind of a confessor hole. Fag of distress. 3 days. Rather long to keep them in summer. Wow. The clay fell softer. Begin to be forgotten. Out of sight. Out of mind. The caretaker moved away a few paces and put on his hat. Had enough of it. The mourners took out of grace. One by one. Covering themselves without show. Through the maze of graves. Quietly. Sure of his ground. He traversed the dismal fields. Heinz jotting down something in his notebook. All. The names. But he knows them all. No. Coming to me. I am just taking the names. Heinz said below his breath. What is your Christian name? I'm not sure. Mr. Bloom said. Leopold. And you might put down McCoy's name too. He asked me to. Charlie. Heinz said writing. I know. He was on the Freeman once. So he was before he got the job in the morgue under Louis Bryan. Good idea post-mortem for doctors. Find out what they imagine they know. He died of a Tuesday. Got the run. Levens with the cash of a few ads. Charlie. You're my darling. That was why he asked me to. Oh well. Does no harm. I saw to that. McCall. Anxa. Old chap. Much obliged. Leave him under an obligation. Costs nothing. And tell us. Heinz said. Do you know that fellow in there? Fellow was over there in there. He looked around. Macintosh. S. I saw him. Mr. Bloom said. Where is he now? Tinsentosh. Heinz said, scribbling. I don't know who he is. Is that his name? He moved away, looking about him. No. Mr. Bloom began. turning and stopping. I say, Heinz. Didn't hear. What? Where has he disappeared to? Not a sign. Well, of all that. Has anybody here seen? K-double-L. Become invisible. Good Lord. What became of him? A 7th gravedigger came beside Mr. Bloom to take up an idle spade. Well, excuse me. He stepped aside nimbly. The barn, damned, began to be seen in the hull. It rose, nearly over. A mound of damp clods rose more. Was. And the gravediggers rested their spades, all uncovered again for a few instants. The boy propped his wreath against a corner. The brother-in-law his on a lump. The gravediggers put on their caps and carried their earthy spades towards the barrow, then knocked the blades lightly on the turf. Clean. One bent to pluck from the haft a long tuft of grass. One. Leaving his mates. Walks the Leon with shouldered weapon, its blade balancing. Silently at the grave he'd another called the coffin bend. His navel good. The brother-in-law, turning away, placed something in his free end. Thanks in silence. Sorry. The trouble. He'd shake. I know that. For yourselves just. The mourners moved away slowly without aim, by devious paths, staying at whilst to read a name on a tomb. Let us go round by the chief's grave. Heinz said, we have time. Let us. Mr. Parr said. They turned to the right, following their slow thoughts. With all Mr. Parr's blank voice spoke. Some say he is not in that grave at all. That the coffin was filled with stones. That one day he will come again. Heinz shook his head. Parnell will never come again. He said, he's there. All that was mortal of him. Peace to his ashes. Mr. Bloom walked unheeded along his grove by saddened angels, crosses, broken pillows, family vaults, stone hopes praying with upgust eyes, old Ireland's hearts and hands, more sensible to spend the money on some charity for the living. Pray for the repose of the soul of. Does anybody really? Plant him and have done with him, like down a coal chute. Then lump them together to save time. All Souls' Day. 20th I'll be at his grave. 10 shillings for the gardener. He keeps it free of weeds. Oldman himself. Bent down to bow with his shears coping. Near death's door. Who passed away? Who departed this life? As if they did it of their own accord. What the shove? All of them. Who kicked the bucket? Or interesting if they told you what they were. So and so. Wheelwright. I travelled for Cork Lino. I paid 5 shillings in the pound. Or a woman's with her saucepan. I could good Irish stew. Wordsworth or Thomas Campbell. And to interest the Protestants put it. O Dr. Murns. To be continued.